Hi from Dubai. This is Adnan Branbo, and this is a new episode of AVIAPRENEURS podcast. Today, I have a very special guest, an emperor from the aviation industry. Welcome, Mr. Irakli Litanishvili.
Hello, Adnan. Thank you for inviting, and it's an honor to be part of your amazing, let's say, podcast, which really helps aviation industry and all who wish to maybe link to aviation to get more information from the industry players.
Thank you very much. You're all my welcome. The honor and the pleasure is all mine. So why an emperor? Irakli is the founder and owner of the Aim of Emperor group of companies. He started in 2013 with Emperor Aviation, a Maltese-based aircraft operator certificate, which manage and charter business jets. And since then, Irakli continued to start successful aviation businesses and enterprises across all the segments of the aviation industry. Aim of Emperor currently has 15 companies under its umbrella. The activities of the companies range from aircraft charter brokerage to international aircraft handling and refueling, aircraft, yacht and helicopter sales and acquisitions, travel and marketing services, and the company has more than 200 employees working for it. The Aim of Emperor also represents HondaJet and Daher Kodiak aircraft in all the former Soviet Union states. And in 2020, Irakli and his team made another milestone and achievement. They started a new Eastern European AOC under the name of SkyLight Air Operator. And again, last year, in 2021, Irakli, with a co-founder, started Mirai Flights, which is a digital platform and marketplace for making the booking of the private jet easy and transparent in pricing. And the company is focusing in this platform on Europe, the UK, the CIS countries, and the Middle East. Thank you, Irakli, for joining me today.
Thank you. Thank you for inviting me.
So I will start with Mirai Flights, your latest achievement and significant change you're bringing to the aviation industry. How did you get the idea of launching Mirai Flights?
Since I own the group of the aviation and transportation related companies, myself and my partners, we saw the unfulfilled demand in the private aviation sector. And this demand is linked to digital aviation service, which I think all industry, all our B2B or B2C partners would like to have. And we started this with one of my partner with whom you had, by the way, podcast, I think this week or last week. It's Evgeny Chuprov. We spoke a lot, as he mentioned, we start to discuss to set up something like air taxi. As you know, and you mentioned about a Honda, I was the first owner of HondaJet in Russia and CIS. And I did also brought Honda down to Russia. We got the type certificate, and we decided in 2017 that it might be really interesting to have a fleet of one type aircraft with the app, which will help you straight away to book very light jet or light jet. And we discussed it starting from 2017, and in 2019, after all our preparation before we kick off, we actually decided to change a little bit model. We decided to not narrow our service just to only particular one operator or one player with one fleet. We decided to open it to all our aviation society. We decided to set up the company, which called Mirai. Mirai from Japanese means future, and it's future of our fly of our sky, all about flying, because today we're see lots of companies and industries are moving to the and trying to do this change from old-fashioned way of doing business and put it into the digital. That's idea we had behind, and in the end we come up with the idea to have this marketplace which helps to put all the inventory and all the operators. And from other side, we have same our partners and clients, brokers, concierge companies, and also the direct clients to have it in their iPhone or Samsung Android platform or web-based, that you easily can, within 8 minutes, to find the airplane, to pay for it with Apple Pay, Google Pay, cards, or any using the cryptocurrency. And within 8 minutes, you confirm all what our other colleagues or even the some of companies in my group spends 3-4 hours to confirm the flight. That was the idea. It should be more transparent, because you straight away have a price. You like it, you book it. And the same time, you have ability to straight away to pay for it and get all confirmation. That's it. You don't spend your time to go back and forward with all this paperwork, contracts, pro forma invoices, whatever. At the same, like you have Booking.com or Uber or whatever. You press the button, you see what platform offers you, you confirm it, and that's it.
Very interesting, very interesting. And how is the reaction of the market? I mean, the private jet users and the private jet operators have been doing things differently in the manual way of communication for so many years. They have their own comfort zone, and now you are coming and revolutionizing the way of how they should work. How is the reaction from your experience? Are they accepting the change?
You know, I'll tell you, from day one, we started to test it, and we tested internally using our own fleet of Emperor Aviation and SkyLight, Russian AOC you mentioned, because both are commercial operation certificates and fleet which we have. It started to work, and then we did a couple of presentations to the market players. Because when you have the operating business and you do the charter with your fleet, you know how many requests you get, even via Avinode, even via phone calls, emails, now it's WhatsApp, Telegram, etc., etc. And how many people you have to go through all these requests. You got, let's say, 300, 400 requests, and you have just only 2 free airplanes. And you don't know what's going to be the ratio, how many offers you need to send to the client, and how going to be converted to the real deal. What we did actually, we helped operators not to bother with requests. We actually see their plans, how the aircraft are flying, you know, do they have the availability, the crew rosters, etc., etc. And we come to the operator with the money and saying, guys, here's the money. Client already confirmed. Please go ahead. You know, that means operators start to do their job, to fly from A to B and do the missions for their clients who request this flight. Commercial activity on a side of the operator, it's always quite a lot of paperwork and coordination between client, sales team, coordination team, dispatch. We try to cut this and help our colleagues to concentrate on a quality service. This is most important thing, not to lose anything. You still need to have people who will coordinate, and see what type of catering they would like to have, what terminal they would like to have. This all back office job still exists, but you have more energy to focus to particular make service on a high level. As a private jet, it's high level service, luxury service. Answering your question, how industry react, you will be surprised. We start to get as much as possible operators who would like to join it. Because what do you have? You don't have nothing to pay. You have one more channel to get not client, but already paid trip. That means you not spend. What is most expensive today? Time and our health, yeah?
Absolutely.
That means this is where we focus, time. You book, you did the flight, that's it.
I'm very happy to hear this. And what about clients? Are you targeting brokers like Avinode does, or you're targeting indie clients, the actual flyers?
It's a good question. I'll tell you that we have all B2C and B2B activity here. We provide this tool not only for the B2C clients, but also to B2B. And even I'll tell you, in a test regime, which we had in 2021, I'll tell you, we did $4.5 million bookings via this app. Test regime, no marketing, just we went through our friends, also partners, colleagues, and we start to distribute and share it with them. Today, from this 4.5, with the result of testing period, 60% was booking was done by brokers and concierge companies. Because they see this tool really nice, because you calculate straight away, you get straight away the price and availability. That means you use this for yourself as your own, let's say, tool, and then later to link there your clients with supporting also with the instrument we have inside, payment system, which goes via you. You straight away get your money on your account, operator gets money on his account, and go ahead. That means we still have all industry players today who may benefit out of it. Direct clients, brokers, concierge, family offices, operators.
As a broker ourselves, I see this very happy news, because your app is not a threat to anyone. Actually, it's making the life easy for everyone in the aviation industry, which is fabulous. During what you were saying, that you started testing Mirai Flights with your own companies. So something came to my mind is the synergy in your group. This is very interesting. You, instead of having to rely on outside operators, you relied on your own operators, Emperor and SkyLight air operator. So was this intentional? When you built the aim of Emperor Group, was it intentional that you want to have companies active in all the segments and in all the supply chain of the business aviation industry? So these various companies can support each other and can help to make the growth faster and more exponential? Did you design it on purpose?
I'll tell you that, as you know, I started my aviation career just a broker in small one London brokerage company. And next my step was I used to work in one of the operating company in UK. And I always, as a person who were responsible for the commercial activity and for the sales, I tried always to see the point where you control the costs. Because for me, it's important that my client gets good price for the service. If you have ability to support it with creating some entities around the group, yeah, that means what do? You put this into the model of the main business. Let's have Emperor Aviation as the Maltese AOC. We have more than 10 aircrafts, and I have behind the company who helps me with the handling, fueling. What I do, I offer to my clients best rates for this, let's say, service, which Emperor is requesting. Same time, I have a full control of the quality of the service which this company provides. Not to lose the permit, not to lose the slot, to get the fuel track to come on time. You know, these all things in the end helps main business operating aircraft. Plus we have also some other divisions. Yeah, when you have, for example, charter sales department also, which is integrated and it's separate from the main operational business, but you have direct synergy because you can always influence on your team and also see the mistake and then work on these mistakes. That means that was not my first goal to create, let's say, whole chain, but requests, also observation. It came like, you know, we started with one company and now with 15 company, which helps the main business to fulfill needs of our clients, provide right service, and make sure that the cost efficiency is exist.
Frankly, I'm very impressed. This is very genius. I highly salute you for that. So,
thank you, but I think too many companies are doing this. You know, I'm always telling that we're not creating some vehicle or whatever. We just take what we have and make it working more efficient.
Very interesting. So besides Mirai Flights, besides Emperor Aviation, you have 15 companies in the aim of Emperor Group. Not one, not two, not three, not four. It's 15 companies. This only signals your love, your passion, and your admiration to the aviation industry. Does this mean that you always wanted to be in this industry from the beginning, from your childhood?
You know, I'll tell you one story. I born in Georgia, in Tbilisi, and I never had a chance to fly on the airplane. My first flight in my life was when I was, I think, I don't remember, when there was the Football World Championship, when the Germany played with Argentina. Argentina lost the time and Maradona was crying, you know. And it was the first my trip. My mother took me to Bulgaria, and I had a chance to fly there with the Russian airplane 2154. Yeah. On the way back, actually, we were kids, and we start to talk between us that someone can go to the cockpit, but it's impossible. Yeah.
Yes.
And actually, we me and friend of mine, we went to the door, you know, and a friend of mine started to try to put me to see in this glass, you know, where you have in this entrance to the cockpit. And one pilot opened the door and looked at me and said, "Do you want to join us?" I was so surprised. Yeah, it was, we were kids, you know, and he said, "Come on." And I went there and I spent about some time there, you know. After that, I was not dreaming, but I never had a problem with flying on the airplanes. Lots of people are still scared, yeah. When I did my degree in UK, my master degree, my, let's say, that time plans was to go to IB, investment banking. But what happened on one of the networking events in London, I even got two offers from Deutsche Bank and Lehman Brothers. And one of the headhunter, that was lady, she told me, oh, by the way, there is some position in small brokerage company who works with Russia and CIS. At that time, Georgia is independent country. It's not part of USSR anymore. But I never had a chance to visit Moscow. And I said, oh, it might be interesting. Let me see what it can be, you know. And I decided, why not? You know, it was a small company with 6 people. And I just realized that I might test it 1 year if it goes or not, you know. And as soon as I joined brokerage company Avalus at that time, I stayed in aviation. That's it, you know. And we can, from 2007, now I'm in aviation.
Very amazing, very beautiful. So after these 15 years and having built all these 15 companies, I'm sure there were so many lessons you have learned. I'm sure these lessons are very valuable for all the listeners to the podcast. I'm sure you wish that when you started, someone gave you and taught you these lessons. So can you share some of these lessons which you recommend for these people willing to start new aviation businesses to follow?
Yes, why not? I'll tell you that one lesson was from my uncle, who told me once, it's better to always do long-term business. Never try to do the shortcuts. Go into the deep details and make sure that you plan at least for 5, 10, 15 years what you would like to achieve. Another one was with one of our clients who actually supported, not with finance, but he told me, if you want to build the company and people trust you, always tell them truth, even if they don't want to listen it. And I'll tell you that the DNA of the company, you know, we are doing mistakes, yeah, but we take also responsibility and financial risks. If you're ready for your mistakes, pay yourself, believe me, you will succeed in the end. Never try to put the mistakes of your team or your company to the vendors or partners, or saying we're not really 100% involved. You know, if you take something and you promise something to deliver, you must deliver. Mirai here works the same way. Whoever pressed the button and gets the airplane out of this app, yeah, and something happens, because we understand AOGs, whatever, Mirai pays the bill and gets the aircraft. It doesn't matter how much money it costs.
This is very unique. So plan long term, tell the truth, and take responsibility for your actions. Very valuable lessons.
But these responsibilities also, we should not forget about the team. Because for me, company, people who works here, with whom we started, it's a big family. And I spend a lot of time with my team, my colleagues, my partners. And this is, I need to understand about what my team is thinking, what problems they have, not only when they are in the office, but outside as well. Because if you understand what is in their life outside the office, you might help them. But this help comes to you with the high quality work, focusing on what they have on their desks. And that helps you also to deliver the proper quality to the client.
So the family The team, which consists the family of the aim of Emperor, is more than 200 people, and they are located in many countries and various offices.
Yes.
How
Yes.
easy it is to lead and to manage that big team?
I'll tell you the model of the aim of Emperor, which I've created with my partners, works like I'm not the only one who leads this big group. You mentioned Givi. Givi looks after fuel handling. He has his team, but I also know all of them. Then we have Razvan, we have Irina, who leads the aviation division in Malta, in Russia. We have Alisher, who leads the brokerage business. We have Victoria Andre, who leads the also brokerage in UK. We have also Mirai, where we have Fyodor, Alex, Evgeny, myself, yeah. We have Roman, who deals with the sales and acquisition. You understand that I'm not going to be able to do all this. That's why these all people are partners. And partners, it's not only my company, but it's their companies as well. And also we have a scheme of our team who are coming. As much business we build, then these people are giving the and delegating responsibilities, also whatever incomes to the people around this group.
Very unique way of management, highly respectful.
And I'll tell you that the way how I manage, and I'll tell, there are two ways of managing companies. One is the vertical, one is the horizontal. I'm on a horizontal side. Each person here, it doesn't matter what he does, reception, cleaning, sales, IT, dispatch, they're self-motivated people, and they have a chance to deliver because I'm giving them this freedom.
I'm sure they are very lucky to be working with you.
I'm lucky that they are with me.
Absolutely. So many years of experience, many companies, and thousands, if not tens of thousands of flights you have already performed. I'm sure you have some interesting stories to share with the listeners of the podcast. Can you share some of the unique clients you serve, some of the funny stories that happened on board?
Yes, you know, the stories we have, there are a lot. Some are really funny, some not funny, but in the end, interesting. Yeah, you know, we have one client with whom actually we are working from 2009. It's the owner of the big hotel chain, Aman Resorts, Vlad. And once happened the story that we had a flight, you know, the flight was from, I don't remember, it was London down to Tokyo, whatever. But we went, all was prepared, you know. And normally he arrives early in the morning. That means he's in the air, having his dinner, then sleeps, you know. What happened, the dispatch team actually, when they've overflying the Pakistan, they've got all the permits. But there was also the permit which was necessary to take from the military authorities there. And something we investigated later, that civil aviation and military authority, they didn't exchange this code between each other. And in the end, the aircraft was grounded.
Wow.
Yeah. And the funny story is that Vlad is waking up, looks into it, and outside you have the military guys with all the guns, you know, and he calls me, Irakli, what is going on? You know, and this story, why it's now fun, we settle it, you know. But now all the time, when we're meeting with him or with some our friends or partners, even in different countries, in UAE last time, he discussed this story with our friends and partners in Georgia with the prime minister. He always said, yeah, Irakli is the good aviator, but he put me in Pakistan. You know, I was really scared, you know, but all good, but this story comes, it happens.
Absolutely.
Lots of other stories are when you have lots of people carrying some funny things, or some food, which when you said, look, there is the food in can in Nice, and this, and you can't understand this potato particular from my home, I need to have my potato with me, but we're in a service where we should provide. You want to have your own potato in Nice, okay, you're gonna have it, and
just tell us in advance if you can.
Yeah, this is another thing,
Yeah. Thank you, Irakli. I appreciate your time. I appreciate all the interesting and insightful stories, knowledge, and experience you have joined with us here. Thank you for taking from your busy schedule to be with me today. I really appreciate it.
Thank you very much. And we're open always. If anything we can help and offer to the aviation society, or someone who would like to be part of this big industry, maybe not so big, but we know each other, we're more than welcome. We can help. Feel free to address anything.
Thank you very much.
We're going to be more than happy. Thank you.
I'm sure you will, I'm sure. Fellow aviapreneurs, I hope you enjoyed the episode today like I did. Thank you very much for being with me and Irakli. I look forward to seeing you next week. Thank you very much.